Hey YouTube, this is Old School from WeatherBuck.net. Just got back from the Bucs game. Very late ending after a 45-minute lightning delay for lightning that wasn't even in the area based on my experience living down here for like 37 years. But apparently someone called in and said that there was a likelihood of lightning somehow hitting a player on a field in a stadium that is built to withstand lightning strikes that weren't even in the area. But irrespective, first preseason game at home, the Bucs organization managed to make it a cluster by changing the parking policy. I'll get into that rant a little bit later. The game itself was ugly, not just because of the weather, but because of the play. 10-6 was the final. Miami came out with a victory. Congratulations to the Dolphins. The fans who came to the game for Miami were quite proud of themselves for getting that 10-6 victory in preseason. There was a lot of chest pounding going on, which I hadn't experienced recently in preseason, but we'll find out how that works out when we go to Miami during the year. The plan here, the whole thing, the mystique going into this game was we were going to find out who our starting quarterback was. Each quarterback, meaning Leftwich and McCown, were supposed to get up a quarter and a half with the starters to really kind of prove their mettle. Leftwich came out and did what Leftwich does, which is overthrow open receivers because all he can throw is a damn fastball. Miss wide open Kellen Winslow on a corner route for a touchdown, and come back and throw a terrific pass to Maurice Stovall. He was up and down, as he always is. Sorry about this craziness. And, you know, he put up some decent stats. I think he was a 9 of 17 for 100 yards. But what you got to remember is, you know, the misses were pretty damn important. He also did not meet with much pressure. When he did, he crumbled. I just didn't see anything. I saw the same thing I always see with Leftwich, which is him looking like he's in slow motion and showing no touch whatsoever. I hear all about the big arm. I hear all about the experience and why that's going to make him a better quarterback, and I just don't see it on the field. Luke McCown comes in after the break. He hits Jeremy Stevens with a beautiful out route that Jeremy Stevens can't hold. I thought he actually caught it on the review. I haven't watched the tape yet. Had a couple of nice throws. He definitely took some shots downfield, which people said he wouldn't do. That whole having the ones thing, that went right out the window. He had the twos. The offensive line couldn't seem to block anybody. He had, let's just say, subpar receivers. He had Kelly Campbell and Cortez Hankton, both of whom probably will not be on this team. And he had Jeremy Stevens dropping the ball. He did get pressured. He did get sacked. He did do a Luke, which is the thing that was the most frustrating, by taking an intentional grounding penalty. And then the team didn't help either by every time he made forward progress getting a penalty. Davin Joseph was flagged, I believe, 3 times tonight, each time hurting Luke. But I don't want this to seem like a Luke love fest, folks, but when you look at the QB battle right now, Leftwich is not going to be any better than he was in Jacksonville, right? He is going to be the same quarterback. You have already paid $2.5 million in a signing bonus to Luke McCown. We don't know what his upside is. The whole plan going into this was to have a San Diego situation where you had a Drew Brees with a Phillip Rivers behind him. Now, I don't mean to suggest that any quarterback on our roster is as good as Drew Brees or Phillip Rivers, but that was the plan by drafting a franchise quarterback, as Coach Morris says, who looked like complete horseshit tonight, given a chance. And you got Troy Aikman apparently babbling about how he should start. And I'll tell you what, you start that kid and he will be done. I mean, done. He does not have it yet. He needs time. He's got the physical ability. That's great. But you've got to teach him how not to stare down receivers, how not to get scared, how to stand in a pocket, how to feel pressure, how to step up in a pocket, how to read defenses, all the things that he should have learned in college that apparently he skipped at K-State. He's got to learn all that shit so he can use his big arm and big legs. But when you look at the quarterbacks, Josh Johnson didn't even smell the field tonight. So I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know whether they're going to drop Josh Johnson and hope no one sees him if he does have P-Squad eligibility, or whether they're going to drop Lefty or trade Luke McCown. The latest thing was that there's some trade bait possibly with the Packers as a backup quarterback. I honestly have no idea. The game was very disappointing. We got into our seconds and thirds pretty early. Our fourths, the Dolphins scored their touchdown with their ones on our threes. Matt McCoy was the linebacker who blew coverage on that. That lets you know who we had in at the time. All in all, I thought the defense played pretty well, but we were going to be in a world of hurt, folks, those first 4 games with T-Jack out and with Aqib Talib probably out if we do the right thing and suspend him for what he did in Tampa, because EMAC is not going to be able to hold it down with Rondé. Torrey Cox looked absolutely horrible. He got beat like he stole something tonight, and I like Torrey, but God, he was horrible tonight. E.J. Biggers is not ready for prime time. Arrington didn't play. I believe he was injured this evening. He's our best hope, our only hope. Cargyle came in and put in some good minutes at safety. D-line is shaping up well. Our run defense looked good. Bright spots, Cadillac Williams looked very good tonight. Ernest Graham looked very good tonight. there were some bright spots. It wasn't all bad, but the thing that really has me pissed off is this quarterback battle. I don't get it. I'd love for someone to explain to me. I had one person put comments on there saying that Leftwich has experience. So did Brian Greasy. What do you want to start him? Everyone ran his ass out of town, right? DeBerg's had a lot of experience. He could probably still throw the ball. You want to dust him off? That's not what we need. We need someone who can actually give us a chance to win. And I do think that that's what Luke McCown can do. But anyway, folks, I'll do another YouTube of this when I actually get a chance to watch the tape. But I want to put something out there right after the game, 10-6. Bucs go down. WhatTheBuck.net will be live Monday night, 7 o'clock at the website, WhatTheBuck.net, doing a live show. Hopefully we'll have some player call-ins. We may be getting the Pewter Report folks on here as well. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and let your friends know about it if you like what we do. Thanks again.